On the House floor on Monday, a little-known Republican congressman from the state of Tennessee by the name of John Rose gave what will be one of the most memorable speeches we have ever seen given on the floor of the House of Representatives. But it's not because of what Congressman Rose said. In fact, most people have no idea what this man was talking about, because what happened during the speech was that his 6-year-old son, who was with him in Congress that day, decided to sit behind him, making funny faces for the camera throughout the entire idiotic rant. I mean, honestly, if you ask me, this kid kind of saved his dad from a lot of embarrassment, but here's the clip in case you haven't seen it. Take a look.
Today to address the terrible precedent set in our country 4 days ago, using the justice system to engage in a politically driven prosecution and now conviction of a major political party nominee running for president, especially on the charges brought against Donald Trump, should gravely concern every member of this body as well as every American across our country, whether they be Republican or Democrat, for Donald Trump or against him. Regardless of one's opinion of the current Republican nominee, we'd be well served to remember the long and cherished tradition we have in this country of settling our political differences at the ballot box. For nearly 2.5 centuries, our nation's elected leaders have properly resisted the temptation to oppose their political rivals through the weaponization of our justice system. Equal justice for all, and an overall trust in our justice system is fundamental to who we are as.
That, again, was 6-year-old Guy Rose, who recently graduated from kindergarten, and he is spending the week in Washington, D.C. with his dad, while his mom and 3-year-old younger brother are back in Tennessee. So, again, I think that Representative Rose needs to be thanking his son, because with those faces, with the humor of all of it, nobody paid attention to a word this man was saying as he ranted and raved like a lunatic, talking about how unfair it was that Donald Trump was prosecuted. And he literally went through the justice system like anybody else would go through the justice system. But apparently for Republicans, law and order means nothing, right? They don't actually care about law enforcement. They don't actually care about cracking down on crime, especially when it's their nominee for president of the United States. I understand how that could be a little complicated for them, but nevertheless, nobody was paying attention to those words. Nobody was paying attention to the whining of Congressman Rose because his son did in fact steal the show. And I also want to point out how hilarious it is that Congressman Rose has no idea this is going on behind him, right? He's just talking, he's ranting and raving. Oh, it's so unfair what's happening to Trump. And meanwhile, his son's back there. Like, honestly, if you want people to pay attention to what's happening in Congress, give Guy Rose a full-time position sitting behind any person that goes to speak on the House floor making faces. Like right there, you're going to get more people tuning in than ever before on C-SPAN. Because that was absolutely one of the best things that I have ever seen. And of course, it's going to be remembered, but not because of the crazy things that Congressman Rose said, but because his son, luckily for him, distracted everybody from the horrible things that Daddy was saying. Hey everybody, I don't know if you've noticed this, but we are closing in on a pretty major milestone here at Fair and Balanced as we approach 500,000 subscribers. But we're not there yet, and we definitely need your support. So if you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel, and don't forget, like and comment on the videos and share them as widely as possible.